Guys, welcome back to the last section of this series of this video. And today we'll be working on how to solve the standard deviation and range, how to get the range and standard deviation of a group data. So like I said, if you can remember in the mean, when I was doing mean, I actually made a reference that this table will be increased. When solving standard deviation, there are some other points that need to be added, so it will be increased. And the essence of this table is to make our calculation easier. So to create standard deviation, we draw like we leave like three more spaces, one, two, three spaces more. Then we input these figures on top. You look at the screen now, we have some letters there. We have x minus x bar, we have x minus x bar square, we have x open bracket x minus x bar square. So now what does x minus x bar means? If you remember in the mean, I made reference to it that x bar is used to represent mean. Mean can also be represented with this thing, this x that has small dash on top is called x bar. So x minus x bar is equals to midpoint minus mean. If you can see it down here, I circle it. Midpoint minus mean is equals to x minus x bar. That means, what does this mean? Your midpoint here, for instance, now take the first class. The first class midpoint is 3. 3 minus 12.64. 3 minus 12.64 is supposed to give us, I'm coming, it's supposed to give us 9.64. You can see it's being displayed on the screen. 9.64. So also, if you go to the next one, we have 8. Now I want you to take note of something. If you do it to your calculator, you're going to get minus 9.64. But when you are calculating tables like this, you don't need the negative figure, you need the positive figure. Especially when you are finding the x minus x bar. You just need only the positive figure. You don't need to put the minus there, just only the figure 9.64. So also, if you do the next one, 8 minus, the next midpoint is 8. 8 minus 12.64 is equals to 9.64, is equals to 4.64, sorry. So also the next one, 13 minus 12.64, we have 0.36. Then 18 minus 12.64, we have 5.36. 12 point sorry, it's 23 minus 12.64, we have 10.36. So also, if you continue, 28 minus 12.64, we have 15.36. And the last one, which is 33 minus 12.64, we have 20.36 down. So I think the next one we are moving to now is x minus x bar. Now, before I actually go and explain that, the reason why we added these figures on the table is that to solve standard deviation, you need, this is the formula for standard deviation: summation of, there is square root, summation x f open bracket x minus x bar square over n. What do you mean by that summation? This summation means the total number of what? Fx minus x bar square. You will notice that we have fx minus x bar square, but before you can get this, we have to first get this x minus x bar, then we get this x minus x bar square before we now get f open bracket x minus x bar square. You understand this? They are all in orderly manner. You can't get this one unless you have gotten your mean. You can't get this one unless you have gotten this one. And you cannot get this one unless you have gotten this one. So the next stage now, the next stage is to get the x minus x bar square. X minus x bar square, the figures have been displayed on the screen already. How do I get x minus x bar square? You have to multiply this x minus x by 2. Like, you multiply it by itself. For instance, 9.64 times 9.64, just like you see the figure displayed on the screen. 9.64 times 9.64, approximately your answer will be 92.93. If you should approximate it, 4.64 times 4.64 will give you 21.53, approximately, to two decimal places. 0.36 times 0.36 gives you 0.13, approximately, to two decimal places. And also, if you continue all the way down, you will get the figure. Just make sure you multiply it what by itself. 10.36 times 10.36 gives you 107.3, approximately, to two decimal places. So it all continues all the way down. So The next one now is to figure out now the final one, which is what? F open bracket x minus x bar square. How do we get this one? To get this one now, we have to multiply this one by the frequency. X minus x bar square times frequency. So 92.93 times 25, 21.53 times 30, 0.13 by 30. That's the way it goes. So these are the answers on the screen too. If you multiply 92.93 by 25, approximately you're going to get 23 2000, you're going to get 2223. 2223.25. So also if you multiply 21.53 by 30, you have 645.9. Then the next one, 0.313 by 30 will give you 3.9. So it continues all the way down, all the way down. Now if you have now gotten your figures like it is written in the screen, now I told you that summation means what? The total number of something. If you should see this sign, that of this E kind of sign, it means the total number of something. So now you are going to add up all this together. If you should add up all this together, you're going to have 7,458.72 as your total value. So now this value now is the summation of fx minus x bar square. This total value now is the summation, is the value for this f summation fx minus x bar square. So now let's move into how to solve it. How do we solve this standard deviation? We'll break it down gradually. So now s is equals to square root. Don't forget our square root. What it means by square root? Square root. Then what is summation f x minus x bar square? We have added up. That's what we have was 7,458.72 over our hand still remains the total number of frequency. Then you work it out. It's still in square root. Don't forget it's still in square root. Then you first divide this. Use your calculator to divide this. You will get 60.15 approximately to two decimal place. 60.15. Then if you go further now to square root it, square root in your calculator, just type in square root 60.15. Then you will get this approximately. S is equals to 7.76 approximately. So our standard deviation now is equals to what? 7.76. 7.76. So that's all on how to solve standard deviation. It's more quite simple because we have actually laid this thing in the table. So now we are going to move on to how to solve range. Range is very easy. Range is very easy to solve. Oh, sorry, range is very easy to solve. So how do we solve range? How do we solve range? Range is like I said, it's very easy. In the screen you will see it that range is equals to maximum upper class interval minus minimum lower class interval. Maximum upper class interval minus, what does this mean? I told you in class interval we have what we call maximum upper limit and lower limit. The lower limit is by the left hand side, while the upper limit is by the left hand side. But now they're telling us maximum. The maximum upper limit you can find in this class interval is what? If you see 1 to 5, you have 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 40. Now to calculate range, we have to minus the maximum upper class interval, which is what? Our maximum upper class interval is what? 35 minus the lowest, or the minimum lower class interval. The minimum lower class interval here is what? Is 1. The maximum is what? 35. So our range is gotten by minusing 35 minus 1. 35 minus 1 gives you what? 34. It's more easy, very easy. Just take out that, like I said, in mathematics, if you want to enjoy mathematics, just know the formula, understand the formula, then it will be easier for you to work out. So that's how you get your range. So our range is equals to what? 34. So that is all for this video. I'll be posting more on our assignment or anything that needs to be shared. I'll be posting the video and be making a video on it, and I'll be posting it on my YouTube channel. So please just make sure you like and subscribe so you not miss out in any of this. Yeah, thank you.